And thank you so much for joining me on this very special episode with Queen Chinwe Chima. I have a very special guest, and we're going to be discussing something very important, especially for young men. A few days ago, Telegram billionaire Pavel Durov posted, "If you want to reach your full potential and maintain clarity of mind, stay away from addictive substances. My success and health come from 20 plus years of abstaining from alcohol, tobacco, pills, and illegal drugs. Short term pleasure is not worth your future." I have a story that I'm going to share, but what's most important is to get to hear from our guest what he thinks about avoiding illicit substances, how dangerous it is, well, how addictive it is, because some people have said it's difficult to stop. And why do young men, or even young women or women get involved with these illicit substances? An artist and a tech entrepreneur, Mojizi. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing fine.
Mojizi is just usually calm, always calm, looking all complete every time.
Okay, thank you.
How's it been? 2025.
It's been a chill year. You know, obviously there are the challenges in it, right? But it's been an amazing year so far. Recording my album, building products, and stuff. It's just great, actually.
Amazing.
Yeah.
People have great stories to tell for 2025. I think it started on an interesting note. It got to a point where I faced some challenges, but challenges are part of life, and they make you stronger, make you a better person.
Okay.
Mojizi,
I
felt like you were the perfect person to have this conversation with. I don't know why. The conversation about young men abusing illicit substances. And I wanted to tell you the story quickly. I was in the studio Sunday where the receptionist came to me and said that a young man was looking for me. He wanted to promote his song. And when I met him, I could not stand the stench. He was looking so dirty. The odor from his mouth was bad. But because sometimes we learn to pretend, I was calm and asked him what he wanted. He said we wanted to promote his songs. I got the songs from him. We concluded the whole deal. I started playing. 2 months after, I saw this same young man, and he was looking like a shadow of himself. Worse than I had seen him. And I suspected that he was taking drugs. Well, I don't know what the name of the drug is or whatever, but I know that he was high on illicit substances. I looked at him and he was literally giving mannerisms that were showing like he had mental issues. He could recognize me, and that was fair enough. But I watched him go from one shop to the other, like he wanted to get something. And I stood there, and that was when I said I was going to talk about drug abuse among young men. Because you're an artist, do you think it's common with singers? Abusing substances?
It is. It is very common with creatives.
Creatives.
In general, It's not today started. It has always been there, even from the 18th century, 17th till BC and all that. Drug abuse has been a thing, right? And creatives are very imaginative people. They say there's an effect this brings. I'm saying this from experience. There's an effect it gives, or it makes you believe that you are living reality to be in your world. Actually, and creatives use that to tap into that world to bring fresh inspiration.
Okay.
That's how it makes you feel at the onset.
Yeah.
Right. I think there's a hormone. Is it hormone or there's something that it triggers?
Yeah.
Which can it's not just drugs that trigger it.
Yeah.
Some other things, even food.
Yeah.
Right. And it's for the better. It's a good thing. Then it now becomes an abuse.
Yeah.
It now destroys the purpose and you get addicted to it. It's eating you deep.
Yeah.
And instead of getting inspiration, you're overboard. Like you're now thinking, it's just crazy actually.
It actually is crazy, because I know I had to ask that question because what the media portrays. I mean, we don't see people literally taking illicit substances, but a few, I think I saw, was it Terry G said he started taking Indian hemp or something, and then that's how other people join. So there's a culture that promotes that you just have to be high on something.
Yeah.
It's either alcohol or whatever illicit substance, and drugs, and a number of things that young people take. And hearing from you that it's common with creatives is a little worrisome. But do you think that a creative can only get to his or her highest peak of inspiration only when they take substances?
No, I don't believe that.
Okay.
Because I've tasted both sides. For example, this album has been done. Every song in the album was clear mind. Do you understand? And it goes again to
Your album?
My album. It goes again to talk about the people you are around.
Okay.
Your team, people you work with. By God's grace, like my producer KJV is not that person, that's kind of person. So,
yeah.
And I respect people that I'm with, like I work with. I ensure everyone is in a comfortable space to bring out creative stuff, good stuff. So I don't think you can achieve your highest potential as an artist with overdose of drugs. Now, that's why it's called drugs. There's something it does to enhance your living, right? But it is the abuse of it that is the bad thing there. But they tell you don't even enter at all, if you understand, because you can't even control it. That's how it is.
Addiction.
The addiction, whatever, alcohol, drugs, they are all addictive substances. But there are people that have found their way to master it. That's why I really don't believe. I think life is very dynamic. I can't say this is bad, this is good. It's all about moderation, and that's the truth. We've seen people that lived longer even when they took substances, but they learned to live a healthy life with whatever they were taking. Obviously, there is a threshold to I'm not taking this type. I just have to stop at this and then find a way to live healthy and control the take of it, right? But artists are always very imaginative and they like to go overboard, like to tap into deeper end and stuff like that. And you see, it's the culture has made us believe that it is what makes artists achieve the highest potential, but it's a lie.
Okay.
Actually a lie. Like you said, I've seen other persons too that started this thing with me and drugs like took them and stuff. So it's
sad. Very sad. Have you ever taken drugs?
Oh yes, sure I have.
Or any illicit substance?
Yeah. So this is publicly and I don't mind sharing it. It's my story. I'm an artist, right? So I was exposed to taking stuff like marijuana, stuff like that, and I'm also a very spiritual person. So I pray to God to help me through with it. Now, I'm not the smartest, I'm not the most disciplined person, I'm not like perfect, right? But because I anchor that belief that God is going to help me through it, He has helped me so far.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I know where I would have been if not for God and stuff like that. So it's just about balance and anchoring it on something, on a higher power to help you from it. And that's just basically it.
I think we'd really like to know how it started for you.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people say pressure, peer pressure, poverty. They give a number of reasons why people consume illicit substances and think it's excuse enough. How did it start for you?
Okay, I think that was like way back in uni, like my first university. I don't want to mention the name. And then I had a friend also was an artist, and I think he started introducing me into it. Then it was weed, just weed, right?
Okay.
And then over time started evolving, and then it got to a point I had to let go of it, and because it was making me hyper. Do you understand? So I prayed to God. I took some time off, cut off from some friends and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's just basically it.
Yeah. So how long did you take it for? I mean, years or months?
Obviously for years.
Years.
Yeah, for years. And the good part about this is that it puts me in a position where I can talk to people about it because I have first-hand experience, and I understand that this thing is not easy actually to stop. The best approach to it is distancing, like maybe for 2 weeks you're off, you're back, take some break. And there's this thing about doing some stopping a habit for like 21 days, replacing it with another habit. Over time you don't enjoy previous habits you stopped and stuff. So that just basically it.
Well, why did you stop? I mean, you had a number of people around you who were taking it, and I'm sure that could have helped with the pressure. If everyone around you is doing the same thing or doing something that you're doing, you don't feel, if you're not even doing it, you feel like the odd person sometimes.
Yeah, I got you.
So what was that push to stop taking, is it Indian hemp?
Marijuana.
Yeah. Oh, okay. What was the push?
So first off,
it was making you hyper, you said, but was it just the hyper?
Yeah, the effects actually, the after effect, not after effects, the effects started generating. Remember I said it starts first as bliss and then it now turns into something else, right? By the way, it's not just artists that take it. There are a lot of, like, obviously everyone does, right? Well, not everyone, but most people do, right? What really pushed me to stop was that I didn't like the mental symptoms it was giving me. Like making me hyper, making me like imagine stuff that I'm not meant to imagine and stuff. That's how this thing works, right? And I didn't like that. I didn't want that. Also because of the responsibility I have, my projects, my companies. God has made me a very intelligent person, so I do not need this if I need to move forward, right? I have to just make a choice. Now, I'm not saying that I just made a choice and it happened. I mean, I keep growing on it, you understand? But as time is going, I find out that I'm not addicted.
When was the last time you took something like that?
Okay, that will be several months ago. Yeah, that will be several months ago. But the thing is that every time, like, I go back to it, not go back, like, I just out of pressure, hey, I'm around, alpha guys, I take it. I tell myself, okay, this is the last time you're taking it this season. And I don't even seem to enjoy it the way I used to enjoy it.
So you mastered it.
Yes.
You've gained mastery over it, and it's not controlling you.
No, it's not. So I can't see it as an abuse right now. Actually.
So some people think that these substances should not be taken at all, because when you say illicit substance, it's like you're introducing to your body what's not beneficial to it. And there's also this argument I've heard a lot of young men say, oh, I think I was speaking to someone recently, and he said, it gives me a level of concentration when I take it. It helps me concentrate in class. I was having classes with someone, and he said, it helps me concentrate. And I was like,
until it doesn't.
Well, he said, I have to take, I think it's marijuana, or, well, I don't know their names and all, but he says, if I take it, I can concentrate in class. And I was wondering, I am here, someone who I know what it takes to concentrate, and I think it's your mind. So when you say you need a substance to concentrate, is that what it is? Did you feel that way when you were consuming those substances?
Yeah, I said it, like, it has a good effect on you mentally as you start or during the early stages. And then because of the effects are now like intense, it now turns from being good to it goes haywire. Like you start, the concentration level reduces like to the barest minimum. You're thinking of something and then you're off. You're thinking of another thing. You're not in your reality. That's the thing. So But what's I would say, don't take it.
Yeah.
Don't get into it. Obviously, that is it. The same way you should not take sugar, a lot of sugar. The
Yeah.
same way, there are a lot of things that are harmful to
To
human
the
beings,
body.
not just
Smoking.
smoking and all that stuff, right?
Because I talk to doctors a lot on one of my shows on the radio, and they say smoking causes a range of diseases, alcohol too. But you know how some people say, I smoke and then I take something to wash it out. Now, you now have like teas that people can take after they smoke and all. Are there levels to this substance taking? I mean, the story I painted of that young man who was literally acting like he's running mad, hierarchy in drugs and illicit substances. What could make that young man I saw act like he was running mad and he looked so unkept, dirty, like he was just searching for money anywhere?
Two things I think differentiates the once in a blue moon or the normal takers from the core abusers. Number one, no restraint. Number two, nothing else to do with your life.
Okay.
When you have something else to do, something, you have a responsibility, you have family, you have work. Obviously, I build myself to be a man that can provide. Do you understand? A man that can add to the society. When you have that as your priority, some other thing will not come in place. And then even when you have drug abuse, like a habit that is eating deep, you will not have to restrain yourself. And like I said, my own method of restraining myself from not overtaking it every time is anchoring it on something higher than me.
Okay.
Do you understand? It's not easy, but if I think, God, I'm sorry, you help me to do this. And sometimes the prayer is that after you have an issue with a friend, and because that person is not around you all the time, you're not taking it all the time.
Yeah.
You understand? And so when you have restraints and when you have something doing, a dream, a purpose, right, you put that above every other thing. That's how bad you want it. But I can't blame him or whatever, you understand? But I think we should also look at choices too. Okay. Choices play a very key role because God has given us choice in our hands. You understand? Yes, taking it is, as human beings, we just want to try stuff. Everyone has their thing going on, right? But that's why it's called abuse.
Yeah.
Restraining yourself so you are not taking it all the time. You're not around where it's been taken all the time. You're not crossing certain boundaries. For example, the reason why I am not that way is because I've gotten the opportunity to go further, but I said no, bro, I'm not taking this stuff.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Because you know what you want.
Yes, and you see this one, I can take it, but you see this one, I'm not taking it. This is like where I draw the line.
I saw this report where NAFDAC said 40% of Nigerian youth consume illicit substances. I don't know. Well, I saw it. Are you scared of the young generation? I mean, this young generation, this age? Because for some people, a lot of people are consuming a variety of substances. Does it scare you?
It scares me, and I think it's conspiracy theory. I think this is part of the population, Disney population thing. Okay. I don't want to go into all that stuff, right? But there are big guys at the background that are funding this agenda. They are pushing this agenda. Maybe because it's their business as dealers, or maybe it's because they're trying to control the population, or whatever is going on. But I'm scared. But where I draw hope from is that because knowledge is also quite increasing, a lot of youths will also be more aware of their health because they will start seeing substances. And for many of the youths that are also responsible, because you can be taking it and be responsible, you can be, they are founders, they are big guys like doing good in the society, they are taking it. So taking drugs, let's establish the fact, does not make you a bad person. Okay, now so they will begin to now look at how to make up for their intake, right? Maybe the kind of food to eat, like dieting, drugs and stuff like that, right? I believe when you take care of yourself, your body will thank you for it. So it's not even really about taking it, it's about being aware of your health and how to go with it. Yeah.
So what's your source of inspiration and creativity? Because I know when you started, you said creatives being creatives and trying to get themselves into that space or that euphoria of I'm inspired. This thing makes me inspired and I can create more, I can do more. Because I've heard someone say, once I am done with my marijuana, I am the most active person. In fact, I have to be active to take I have to take marijuana to be active.
Yeah.
I think that's how he put it. And this is me thinking, why? But then people get high on a number of things. You get high in the Holy Ghost.
Yeah, actually. It's high on his own.
Yeah, you get high on the Word of God. You could get high on happiness. Your wins could make you high. There are things that push you to do better. What is yours? Since you have categorically stated that drug, no, not my source of inspiration. What is your source of inspiration?
Well, my source of inspiration is okay. So let's establish what inspiration is. Inspiration is not the feeling.
Okay.
So the feeling is a trigger. It's a hormone trigger that, like I said, not just drugs give. Any other thing can give that trigger. There's a high you get to. The high I mean is excitement.
Yeah.
It's stimulus you get to. You begin to perform well, right? Now that can come from anywhere, anything. It doesn't have to. An event doesn't have to happen for it to come, right? I've said it here. I like to get in touch with like God and stuff like that, right? So I can just hear something and it flows naturally and beat. For example, I recorded Let Me Know in like 30 minutes when I heard the beat, right? It's if you are a natural, it flows. You don't need drugs to spark up anything. In fact, what drugs do is that it helps you, it triggers that calmness in your spirit that makes you perform. So the same thing any other thing can do. Maybe eating, maybe not eating. Maybe throughout that you're like fasting and your system is clear and you hear something, it just flows. It could be a song you listened to before that puts you in a certain mood, like again, triggered something. So that trigger is not an event. It's just anything can trigger you to perform well. So that's it.
But do you think it promotes a culture of, for some people, you know how they associate illicit substances to bad people. So you take illicit substances, you can rob, you can rape, you can act out of your consciousness. So you can get to the point where you do something and you're wondering, I don't know when I did this. I've heard a story of a young man who'd steal phones, who'd sell property. Do a lot just so he can buy those substances to take. He can barely feed. That's another thing. Some of these people can barely
Most.
Most of them. You're saying most.
That's why it takes you to poverty.
Yeah.
It takes you to caring less about responsibilities, which in turn makes you poor, makes you poorer or makes the person poorer, right? It's the reason why I cannot tag it to bad people is that anyone takes it, whether good or bad. But like I said, it triggers something.
Yeah.
Now it's now based on what you have inside, your content. If I take it as for example, I take it as a bad person, right? It triggers the bad things in me to come out.
Yeah.
If someone good takes it, it triggers the good things. That's why you can link it to great men like Picasso, and they will tell you Da Vinci, people that took those substances, right? Because they took it to enhance their art, their high. Obviously, some of them or most of them went out the trail from abuse, right? But the intent was for good. Then there are people that take it that the intent is for bad. I don't believe in, it was the drugs. No, it was you. That's why you took the drugs, to make you invisible when you're doing it. You understand? So you can't link it to drugs. The only thing I think and I believe you can link it to drugs is it makes you careless.
Yeah.
It makes you less responsible, and then the person starts tending to poverty, right? And that's where people that understand and know how to control it can take it just for relaxation. And then when it's time to work, you take some days break off it, weeks, right, and stuff like that.
I mean, anything you're addicted to is a problem.
It is.
Whatever. You are supposed to have total control over anything and choose when, how, and what to do.
Exactly.
That's how God created us. We have the capacity to make our choices and rule over any other thing. But over time, as young people, we're saddled with, these things that just drag us here and there. It could be sex. I mean, you're addicted to sex, addicted to alcohol, addicted to pornography, masturbation, food. Some people are addicted to food. They overeat. But the question is it what you want for your life? Is it good enough? And how can you get help? But because we're talking about drug abuse and illicit substances, Mojizi, someone who's been doing drugs or taking some of these illicit substances and wants to stop, how can they? Because the question is, it's difficult. I mean, I've heard people say it's difficult. I've tried. It's hard. Well, addiction.
Okay, so it's based on what we've been talking. 3 things. Have a purpose, something you wake up every morning and very excited to go into, right? Okay. Have something you look forward to, a project, something, right, that takes your energy and attention. Add some restraint to your habits.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not taking it for the next 12 hours today. Once I take this morning, that's it. Maybe tomorrow I'll try. And then the third thing is begin to give yourself breaks, because you can't just stop it, but you can give yourself breaks. I have a project working. I have to be working on this project intensely for this week. So I won't be taking it this week. To reward myself, I will take it next week when it works out. Understand? And then the fourth thing is, don't go deep. I know you are going to go to the place where you ask me, is drugs good or bad? But it's like generalizing a thing. Drugs can be vitamin E, but taking in excess is the abuse. People take pills. Those pills are good for your health, but it's the abuse of it. So I'm trying to make us understand that this is very...
But there are illicit substances. I mean, I hear that some people smoke certain things.
Good.
I mean, a variety of them.
So those things are not drugs.
Okay.
They are, like you said, illicit substances. Somebody sniffing gum. Those are not drugs. They're not. Drugs have a meaning. It's something you take in to enhance your body.
Okay.
Like you take paracetamol, whatever. Those are all drugs, right? You even take marijuana and stuff. Those are all drugs, because the leaves can be grounded and taking chemicals from it, taken to added in pharmaceuticals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right. But it is the illicit ones that are not a no-go area.
Okay.
Anything that cannot be found in the composition of a food substance or a drug for human consumptions, legally approved pharmaceutically, it is illicit, and that is where you should not go into. And then also don't abuse the ones that are legal.
Okay. Yeah, because some people abuse certain drugs, take them, overdose,
codeine and all those stuff. Yeah.
All right. So drugs, good or bad?
Drugs are good. That is the purpose of it, for good. It is how you use it that makes it bad. Drug
abuse.
Exactly.
Illicit substances, good or bad?
Bad.
Alcohol, good or bad?
Good. Good, because ethanol, which is the alcohol, is a substance that you can take and is good. But it is the abuse of it
that becomes bad.
Yeah, that's why it has to go to moderation in anything and everything you do.
Now let's see some people come after you in the comment section. I mean, and say, what are you saying, Mojizi? Wait, bad, good, bad. All right. It's good to know that you got to a level where control was important for you. I mean, you just recorded an amazing album. And what's the album again?
Peace of Mind.
Peace of Mind.
Yeah.
And the track I play, the track you gave me, and it's I can literally sing it. So I did a video today. Oh, it's in my other phone. I did a video. It's in my other phone. I'm going to send it to you. But it's a beautiful piece. Peace of mind. I mean, the listener needs to go listen. So tell them about the song. They need to go listen to Mojizi's album.
So Peace of Mind, as of today, recording this video, is not out yet. But we have like 2-3 songs here about from the album that are live already. Feminine Energy, Chiana, Let Me Know.
Let Me Know.
Let Me Know, right? You can keep listening to those while we prepare the album, which will be out in a couple weeks from now. I won't give a date yet until the date is put out publicly, but yeah.
There's another side of you that I want to talk about, and that's the tech side.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Stream Live R. That's how it's called.
Yeah.
Stream Live R. And then other things that I see you do: tech, music, entrepreneur, business, everything. I think it's quite encouraging because, you've particularly said purpose. When you have something that drives you every day, you may not have the time to consume illicit substances. Because when you fill your mind with a lot of work and you know the task that you should put in, then you don't want to be laid back or anything distracting you. But how do you combine all of these things? How do you do it? Put them together. Being an artist, being an entrepreneur, founder Stream Live R, and then other things that you do. How do you do that?
I should be the one asking because sometimes I don't even know how. But just basically, when they say human beings are super beings, it's the truth. It's what your mind can carry. You see, let me take it back to the Bible, like the parable of the 5 talents, right? Of the servants, master and the servants that gave them talents, right? You see, there was someone that was giving 5. There's someone that was giving 1. So it's based on what you can carry. If you can carry 1, carry 2, the grace to carry 5 will be there.
Yeah.
You understand? And I don't do it as me. It's a system. So there are a lot of people working in the system for it to move forward. So it looks like Mojizi is the person, but I can't do it effectively without the people that are with me.
Yeah.
So that's just basically it.
Amazing. Great. Okay, that's it. Good to hear from an artist's standpoint, because I'm saying that most artists consume drugs or illicit substances maybe, and we've seen the media kind of promote this, and so talking to an artist is not out of place at all, and in a young man as that. And one thing that you've said to me that I think particularly stands out is that purpose would drive you well, and if you stay glued to it, there are certain things that you would naturally not give attention to. I want to say thank you for all that you do with your good songs. Well done. And tech is new money, so more money, plenty money that's being made. And I look forward to having you in one of our episodes again, maybe in my studio. By that time, not this studio, right? We're shooting somewhere in Nigeria. All right, so thank you. That's the episode. And drop your comments. Tell us what you think. Do you think we have a lot more young Nigerians consuming illicit substances and drugs? NAFDAC says 40% of young Nigerians consume illicit drugs. What do you think? Drop your comments. Who's close to you? You know someone who knows someone? What are the challenges? Why do we have a lot of young people consuming illicit substances? Please do well to subscribe to this channel and drop all your thoughts. Share this video, and thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mojizi, for timing out with me. I had a fantastic time. Please drop a message to my follower, subscriber, listener.
Okay, so my name is Mojizi, and I'm so excited to be here with Queen Chima. And I want to just say to everyone listening, you are made for more. Don't settle for less. You can be more, and you can achieve more. And then my album is coming out soon. Peace of Mind. So I want you to stay tuned. You can follow me on all socials at its_Mojizi, ITS_MOJEEZY.
Thank you. And then that's a wrap. Bye.